Tusk with the tag team, so he's never gonna feel too comfortable. Also, there was a response from PSG.LGD. They did pick Ursa. Seems like Ame is gonna be going for the same, let's call that standard item build on him, going for the Battle Fury to be able to match the farm of Medusa, not going for that Diffusal Blade. He might still, like, eventually pick up Diffusal Blade. Probably not gonna be a thing. Maybe it's a consideration because he is playing into Timbersaw and Medusa. These two heroes don't like their mana being burned, but wants to have that late game security.
And is that something that Boom wants to do? Get to late game with this Medusa? Do you think they have maybe a timing a little bit earlier on once she has her Manta to play with the puck and the Timbersaw? Or is Boom going to do the 4 protect 1?
It's 4 protect 1 pretty much. Yopaj is going to have a good time on puck. They don't have this catch. You don't care too much about rotations from Tusk and neither Chen. The only reliable catch they have is X mark the spot. But it needs to be either a mistake from Yopaj or nothing to say, have a frame perfect torrent, or they need a snowball on top of that. Yeah. So he's going to have like 20 minutes potentially without a death sun, unless he makes some kind of a mistake.
Yeah, hoping for a crisp game from the puck, as we see Jinkyu doing exactly the same thing he's been doing every game this tournament. Dragging waves, blocking camps, and moving that creep equilibrium away from the enemy safe lane carry. Jackie taking a lot of damage early on the tower, not somewhere the Medusa likes to be. Low base damage, does have a Quelling Blade, and should farm up some of the CS here, as he's getting pressured a little bit by the Death Prophet. And of course, Scam. Oh, it's Tim's actually. Tiny down here as the support, going to play in that back lane.
They wanted to adjust their lanes, have the good old classic Dota, the rivalry, Enchantress, if you want to call that. You can't spell Enchantress without Chen. Also.
You can't.
So that's
who counters who? Enchantress usually the one that you pick to defeat the Chen, right?
Y will, I think, still pick up Holy Persuasion, but decided to go for Divine Favor and Headdress, and here we go.
Yeah, steal the creep, grab it back away from Scam.
Big creep. Being able to break Timbersaw. He still keeps his reactive armor. It's a meme at the early stage of the game. Doesn't really do much.
A little bit of chip damage here and there.
Ursa is a counter to Timbersaw, but not in the laning stage. He is getting the farm, so is Timbersaw. Enchantress does stabilize a lot of the lanes, does have a point in the enchant, so even if Ursa decides to go with the overpower, that's dispellable at every single stage of the game. So it's going to be a bit difficult for Ursa to just lock onto a target and kill. Oh, never mind, he does have Orb of Venom.
Yeah, trying to slow down Scam. Unable to finish off the job, though. Like you're saying, we've even seen Timbersaw. Once he hits level 6, that Chakram offers you so much damage.
You need to be careful as Ursa. If he is the one getting level 6 before you, Yopaj farming a small stack camp, while nothing that says has been blocked.
It has, yes. Entry in that small camp, so 21 last hits for the puck, 16 and 3 on the Kunkka. But nothing to say with Tidebringer, able to shove out waves, clear them as well as the Yopaj puck is. Puck gonna go up top with the bounty runner. Look at that.
Oh, TP rotation.
TPing to go grab it. Wasted time. Oh, he's waiting here. Baiting maybe a little bit. And Yopaj disappointed to realize there is no bounty there. And after spending the orb, is there opportunity?
He doesn't have a point in phase shift. If they knew that, Torrent's still gonna connect.
Yeah, good little Torrent there. So now empty bottle, 200 health, running low on mana. He's kind of hoping for one of his supports in their side lanes to die to come and refill it up.
Stick around. He will definitely stick around for 4-minute rune. He wants to make this puck lives miserable.
Yeah, it already is rough. Hey! Arme up top.
He wants to check if there is potentially a bounty rune, and there is not, so Tim's doing the same thing, trying to help out puck.
Yeah, nothing to say, goes top. Yopaj being zoned away from that water rune. A Torrent there to make sure. Oh, but he gets it.
Banning Rift.
Steals it under the nose of the Kunkka.
Puck with some clutch play.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. Tim's trapped in the shards. Tag team from Jinkyu. Chasing this Tiny all the way back into his jungle. Oh, can he finish this off? There's Windlace on Tim's, but a few more punches. The deny from the neutral's not going to come. Jinkyu drawing first blood.
Tiny with this, he needed 1 XP. Like 1 CS to be level 3, and then he would toss him potentially onto the creep wave, and did manage to run away. But yeah, starting with 3 grabs, something that position 4 Tinies have been doing recently quite a lot. Now Jin-Q plants a deep observer ward behind a tier 1 tower, which does allow them to play aggressive on Medusa. But Medusa doesn't threaten a kill on that Prophet ever.
Aggressive on top as well from LGD. Straight onto Scam, forcing Nature's attendants out. FBZ so far not under too much pressure, not having any difficulties in the lane. But a go again from Arme. Takes down the Enchantress with a few swipes. Already had those stacks up and running. And now the toss back. Tim sends Jin-Q on the tower. Jackie gonna pick up the kill. Gonna strike you back when they need it most.
They need their Medusa to have a good laning stage. It's not too bad that Tim's is staying away from the XP range because he was, getting Medusa some levels.
Radiant's
Pudge. You're happy the Enchantress dies top, does get his bottle refilled. Getting close to that 6-minute mark for the active runes. I've seen pucks.
Tim's bottom lane looks very dead.
Oh, he's trapped in the igloo, is he? Yeah. Spirit Siphon and the damage from Faith Beyond. Taking down the tiny Tims. Faith Beyond just going for the treads again. Makes him much tankier, giving you those stats. And Yopaj finds himself a haste rune. Oh, Skem up top again. Arme straight into the back of Bambi and FBZ. Not much he can do here unless it's caught from Yopaj. Turns it back on them. Arme just continues to fight, stacking up the Fury swipes, but with that orb from Yopaj, making short work of the bear.
This is the rotation that they needed. The good pickup. Haste from Puck, deeper rotation, they get a kill on Ursa pre-level 6, trying to stabilize lane for Timbersaw, but Kunkka, he's massive, 47 CS, level 7, using a boat. This might be a solo kill on Tims.
He's just under tower, killing the Tiny. That was a toss back by Tims, body blocks from Yopaj, but no stuns. Nothing to say, very wisely TPs away.
Understands that he doesn't even need to pop a Fairy Fire, because a bit of a different item build. When you play this matchup, you don't necessarily need to go for the bottle, instead going for the double bracer. You get it earlier, and you continue to dominate the matchup with... Oh! It misses.
Yeah.
He might be in trouble. By in trouble, I mean dead.
Oh! The second chain doesn't miss. He's back in the trees and he TPs. FBZ very close to death there. Arme asserting dominance in that lane as we watch the Chakram fly all the way across the map. Cutting down trees on its way. Deforestation from the Timbersaw. And he wants to get back up in that top lane. Try and pressure Arme.
My thrift rewarded.
DP down bottom does have Exo. With Tusk lurking in the shadows, can they kill the Medusa here?
They can. She does not have a point in Stone Gaze. Jin-Q scouting her out.
Repent.
Yeah, Medusa just going to back it up into the jungle, get that safer farm. Oh, Scam going to scout out with one of these trolls. Yopaj, the amount of damage coming out of that double bracer phase boots build on Kunkka. Like 20% of the Puck's HP with one cleave.
Invisibility.
Grabs himself an Invis rune as well, so maybe some action here from LGD as they're able to get down south.
Is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Exorcism dropped on the bottom tower. There needs to be some kind of response, but this observer ward that Jin-Q placed a couple of minutes ago is scouting any
Dire's
rotation.
turret has been killed.
Yeah, and Radiant scanning there. Maybe expecting a bit of a move in onto Scam. And even though they expected it, Enchantress will be the one to put her body in harm's way. Boated and torrented, Yopaj comes in with a 2-hero coil, but a snowball in the back. Try and aim on Jackie with a tag team going. Some good damage there, but Tim's with the avalanche holds
He's gonna
the aggression back.
Healing up.
Faith Beyond.
Never mind.
He's about to die. Poke with the orb will finish it off. A toss forward though. Yopaj, he wants more. Waning Rift to silence up Jin-Q. 9-minute rune bottled by the Puck in the middle of battle. Not giving anything away to this Tusk. Now, it will take a while to chase him down, but the avalanche and another orb will secure this kill for sure.
He's buying time. He's trying to get on a mid lane snowball. Ooh, not in range. The creeps died. He was pinging it out. I think this one's on Y, because Y did kill. He did kill the creep wave.
Well, if there's a creep wave there, yeah, could have snowballed and tried to save himself. And Y's Enchantress having a pretty quiet one so far, you know, in that lane against Ursa. Mainly just defending and bodyguarding him. He's got a couple of creeps heading in towards that mech. And closing in on level 6.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Battle
is under
Fury
attack.
well on its way for Ursa. Orb of Corrosion, Brown Boots, a few little bits and bobs there. As Tims, he finds the toss back on Jin Q. Torrent misses, but with an X mark now landing and the snowball in, Jin Q and nothing to say will find Yopaj's puck. FBZ and Tims, well, not be stuck on the tower for too much longer. Chain away, gets them out. But puck dying like this, it's a big boost to LGD's efforts.
It's pretty big because they were not supposed to have enough lockdown. There is X mark the spot, something that Puck will struggle against, but I think he could have, I said it, maybe like 15-20 minutes without that. Tims gets blown up.
Walks up the staircase into two very angry LGD heroes.
Blood from a stone.
Nice. He thinks there's a high ground observer ward. There is a ward there, but a little lower down than he expected.
We, like panel did mention about the possibility for Ursa to get the Diffusal Blade, but I think I see the synergy right now because Battle Fury swipes. It increases the damage of Fury swipes. It's Battle Fury, right?
Oh, yeah. If it's got the same name, of course
Yeah, it amplifies, double damage.
Yeah, that's logic for you. Oh, nothing to say. Coil, toss, snap, the hand of God. Healing coming in from Wise Chen. And they've caught them up
Still
with a
has
knife
mech
torrent
available.
in. Does have the mech and Timbersaw
Radiant's
shredded.
middle tower is
The
under
ghosts
attack.
of Faith Beyond clearing through the timber. Tier 1 will still be defended by Boom, though.
And speaking of amplified
Radiant's
damage,
top
the
tower
same
is under
logic can
attack.
be applied because Y does have this ghost creep with him. So Exorcism plus a ghost.
Oh, yeah?
Here we go. We found the synergy. It should be. It should work like that. Why pop mech in the end? They have so much sustain. We talked about having both, having a spirit siphons, and the Y finally hits that level 6, has the mech, and now PSG.LGD. Every single time these two are available, they're gonna try to look for something. And you don't have to commit with Exorcism to be able to kill Roshan. This game, you do have Ursa, so if you have Dead Prophet nearby, scouting things out and potentially saving it, Tims,
Yeah,
toss
straight
back
onto
is
the side.
available.
Chakram's there slowing and doing some good damage, but Armit ripping that tiny limb from limb. And a 4K lead up for LGD. Again, the same scenario coming out of laning stage. If you're not ahead against LGD, it feels like
You're behind, yeah.
stating the obvious there, but tautology. If you're not ahead, you're behind. Yeah, you are correct as always, though, Lacoste. I cannot deny it.
This is why I'm getting paid big bucks. Just kidding.
LGD.
We are. And yeah, Battle Fury about to be done by Ursa. Needs 300 more gold, so that's going to be Battle Fury done by him, which will keep him on the top of the network. Like, he can match the Medusa's farm.
Boom. Coming up top, hiding Yopaj's puck. I've got Enchantress up here as well, but it's just a wave cut.
Both
and a
the mid
tower
lane,
kill.
Medusa did pop ulti.
Stone gaze out from Jackie. Snowball in from Jin Q. Focusing on this Medusa with a little punch forward, but LGD, they're so good at this back and forth. The ebb and flow of the team fights, allowing Armate to come in for the second wave of aggression. They lose the tusk, but it's fine. Killing the Timbersaw there. And the line being held, so the puck caught out with a torrent from nothing to say. Arme with a double kill, and they'll keep on going. X-Mark will drag the Tiny back into the waiting arms. The painful embrace of this Death Prophet with the Spirit Siphons and the Crypt Swarms. Tiny still surviving though, thanks to an avalanche and a move from
Radiant's middle
Scam.
tower has fallen.
But LGD get what they came for, the objective. Tier 1 tower down.
Ame is such an amazing player. He joins a fight without even having a Battle Fury. Like, you want to farm a Battle Fury, right? You want to hit some creeps, but he joins the mid lane. They secure the tower. I believe he's the one who got the kill on both Yopaj and FBZ. So getting some extra gold from that and securing the tower. I think Jin Q is going to be the one dying, especially if he initiates with the snowball, putting himself in front of them, so they will be focusing him down. But this time around, there will be Hand of God available, so very difficult to go through the tankiness from PSG.LGD.
And a BKB for Kunkka now as well. Nothing to say, he seems unkillable at this point. Smoked up into this Radiant Triangle. Wise Chen has scouted some people out, but they backstabbed straight into the Medusa. Oh, Jackie. Third in the net worth, died a
Inside
couple of
row
times in a
spitting.
row. And with the ghost still going, yeah, Arme straight into the pit. Observer wards removed. No vision here for Boom.
Fate Beyond zoning them out while Ursa is doing Roche.
Has the Yules up as well. Scam forced to nature's attendance while back in the triangle, nothing to say. He's being chased around here by Tims and Yopaj, but Roshan is secured. LGD yet again, the objective they came for, they claim, and now snowball in towards Tims. Trying to force a fight around his triangle, Xmark dragging him back in. That's why, surprisingly, the one to get the kill in the end. Just an overwhelming amount of damage from LGD at this point.
Xmark, caught puck.
Oh, the phase shift.
Will be able to dodge it.
Very close. Nothing to say, nearly had the timing. Faith Beyond's going to force
Still chasing, he wants to set things up with Yules. Do they have an observer ward? They do. Xingqiu can't find the angle. Ooh, that was close.
The pathing. He was walking up and down the staircase.
Radiant structure.
Couldn't get the observer ward in.
My thrift rewarded.
And Ursa just going to solo down the top tier 1. Nothing to say. He saw the Enchantress a second ago. He's under a radiant observer ward, and with a Hellbear following him, can't find the angle. While
Arme is alone. He does have a help from Hand of God if necessary, but the rest of the team needs to connect.
yeah, they do. They need to get here quick. First life about to be claimed. Aegis gone.
Lost the overpower, will not have it for 5-6 seconds.
Oh, nice silence. Make sure there's no toss back. And even with the coil there, Arme thinking about fighting. Why Faith Beyond, they join in, tossing the DP in. Loses half her health to the whirling death of FBZ.
That preemptive silence from Fate Beyond, perfect timing. Before it was not a projectile, so he knows what's up.
Gorgeous stuff from Faith Beyond.
Beautiful. And nothing to say. He has an amazing game on Kunkka. BKB done. He knows that they can't lock him down. There's just not enough stuns. The only stun they have is Tiny. Maybe with the toss back during the coil. And look at the win probability. 88%, 17 minutes into the game already.
Yeah, and that's for ordinary teams. I don't think that factors in the LG.
You gotta add the, you know, maybe extra 5-6%.
Arme nearly solo killing the puck up top. He's got her. Dominating streak for Arme, and puck dying again. A sloppy mistake from Yopaj. And they'll pay dearly for it as Faith Beyond moves down into that bottom lane. Here too will unlock the outposts, give even more map control here to LGD. And there we see the comparison between the two mid laners.
A lot of numbers, bigger numbers on the right side.
And that's what LGD cares about. Nothing to say, having the better game. 2,000 net worth ahead of his counterpart and having way more impact. Scam getting TP'd on. Well, say goodbye to the Bambi. You blink and you miss it. As LGD are so quick with these decisive moves across the map.
Still might find him.
Yules to cancel the TP. He'll find Tims, and another great catch here from LGD. Xingqiu will tag along. An avalanche toss will only delay that death of the Tiny. But you look at the mini-map here now. Yes, they TP'd 2 heroes
It
top.
really is a mini-map for Boom where they can farm. Because it's looking very difficult. They're not leaving the base.
It's tiny for them. Little fish trapped in a net.
Got it.
LGD, the sharks of this tournament, they sense blood in the water. They are so good at understanding where they need to be. They spread back out across the map. The bottom lane being farmed up by Wise Chen.
Your Admiral is on board.
Is he heading into the Aghanim Scepter again?
Not yet. They don't even have stun, so no need for strong dispel mechanic anyway.
So what do you reckon? A 4 staff or something like that for the Chen? What
Does have a Holy Locket already. Could tank things up. Get like a right pack to reduce some of the damage, and yeah. He just queues it up.
You say it, they queue it. You're like the voice of God, echoing in their heads.
Oh yeah, I'm as good as PSG.LGD. Oh, shut up.
Oh, Medusa getting caught out here. The backup coming in little by little by Boom, but they've left her alone now just to die. The coil didn't save her, and Jackie dead for 50 seconds. Snowball towards FBZ, Yopaj at half HP. LGD will keep on chasing under the tier 2.
I don't know if they can kill anyone on PSG.LGD.
They're also tanking.
Why Pop's only Hand of God still has mech and 20 Holy Locket charges?
Well, good night, Tims.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Sent to the nether realm by this Arme Ursa. Blink, Battle Fury working on his BKB. And Skem hiding in the trees. Nothing left to do but TP home. Get back to the comfort of your fountain. As LGD come for your towers.
LGD is itemizing to end the game with the next Roche. I see Aghanim Scepter on Dead Prophet, this Vlad that we mentioned on Chen, and also Kunkka going for AC, so having extra tower damage. And also tanking things up against the Medusa's right clicks. Medusa, we didn't talk about Jackie too much. He did finish Manta style after Dragonlance. Needs another item. This Scotty is gonna come in clutch, slowing Ursa, a Dead Prophet, reducing the healing. It's still a long run. He needs to be able to find the farm. We are talking about 4, 5, 6 minutes potentially.
And then after the Scotty, will it just be Rapier time, do you reckon? Get that bonus damage, try and finish things up. Or Arme. That's a lot of damage from FBZ. A toss up and inside the coil, Arme's Ursa, a huge kill for Boom. They're gonna find him, the backup not available for him.
Okay.
It's over 1,000 gold going into the pockets of Boom.
Arme overextending there a little bit, giving away 1,000 gold to Boom and delaying their timer. You know, if it was someone else, we would probably flame it harder, but considering how things are going in this game, we're gonna say that, you know, Ame memed it up a bit.
Yeah, and in this tournament in general. Yeah, you can make the argument, maybe he's thinking, hey, I'm pretending I've got 5 heroes behind me. The vision from Boom pretty limited.
Dire's middle tower.
As they'll get themselves a tier 1 tower. So more farm coming into Jackie, and that's what you've been saying they need. Get the Skadi, get into this late game. It always feels like LGD games feel like they are later than they actually are. It's 22 minutes in, but it feels like
this feels like a 35, 40-minute game. Exactly, considering how fast PSG.LGD is playing.
How farmed they are, how much map they can control. And 1 minute away from the potential next spawn of Roshan. Both teams will be eyeing that up.
Ahmed drawing on minimap, showing where he's gonna be in the next minute or 2, and wants to have some kind of a backup. Tim's
solo killed.
Gone again. Finally, he does have a Blink Dagger for himself.
And Skem down bottom. Both supports being picked off. LGD everywhere and nowhere. Finding kills across the map. And from the 2 widest points you could possibly do. Top lane, top left corner, bottom right corner. As Yopaj. Oh, he's in the trees, he's away. It's not comfortable for him though, trying to split push and delay this game. Well, nothing to say with a full assault cuirass. 605, still unkilled. And you did Chen as well, 208. No one has managed to bring him down. Well, Tiny having a rough one, 10 deaths to his name, 22 minutes in. And here are some of those big items, Lacoste, you were mentioning. They're arriving for LGD.
Look what Dead Prophet has queued up.
Wait, what? Okay. Well, I mean, more attacks, more ghosts. Pretty good against the Medusa. If she actually goes for it. Oh, they're catching Q. Blow him up with a Timbersaw. A coil coming in from Yopaj as well. Ursa, he snaps it, his Yules. He does still have the in range and maybe a blink away, but the damage will come over the top of Arme. Faith beyond, and nothing to say. Arriving on the scene here to look towards the Timbersaw kill. The Stone Gate is good, and the physical damage from Jackie. Oh, they're turning it here.
Ursa's dropping low.
He has to self-Yules. Ursa very low, the mech, and the heals from one. Keeping LGD topped up. There's nothing to say. TP's home. No stuns to stop him, but Y will be avalanched. Catching out a couple of kills here. LGD lose 3.
Yeah, they're pinging Roshan, losing 3 heroes. Unfortunately, not a golden Roche spawn for Boom, because they could have potentially taken it. The LGD last 2 fights, I mean, it's not a fight. It was Ursa who got caught alone, and this time around it was Jinkyu. So, some gold in pockets of Boom.
What have we...
Getting the adrenaline going for Boom, surely their hearts must be pumping. Getting kills here on LGD, allowing them to delay this and get the Medusa to where she needs to be. Here we watch it back. Good
toss back from Tim's, not allowing Dead Prophet to use ulti immediately, because he started with Exo, with the silence, and no Exo came out.
No BKB here.
Can he snap the coil? Yes, he can.
The toss back. Oh, Boom mounting a comeback. They find Scam all the way to that top jungle. Arme does kill the support, but that unstoppable streak going into the hands of Yopaj. That's another 1,000 gold for Boom.
And he does not have a buyback, so like we're in territory. Medusa did finish off Scotty, and she's farming up. She's super farmed right now.
This is huge. FBZ gonna chain down to low ground. Oh, the adrenaline must be pumping for Boom right now. FBZ, another timber chain away. Yopaj, he's inside the pit, and with Tim's here, trying to combo up onto the tusk, but Fabian's silence stops them in their tracks, and Arme opens up on the puck, the waiting ref to the high ground, gets the puck away, barely survives. Oh, Jackie and FBZ looking towards Fabian, who did pop the ulti. Roshan alive, a smoke from Boom. They're trying to regen up the puck, get the Nature's Attendants going.
Boom didn't use anything. They have every single ability that they need except the coil, which is going to be up online in 15 seconds. So looking very good for Boom right now. If they want to strike, they need to find an opening.
Oh, a big team fight win here for them. Could be huge as they find Fabian. The DP demolished. Dead for 50 seconds and with no buyback on her. Boom, they could walk into the pit.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Arme lurking around the Roche pit. There is a Sentry Ward drop, which is going to get this Observer dewarded. 30 seconds without Dead Prophet. Even if he had buyback, there would still be no Exorcism.
This is where a DD rune spawns with Medusa. Oh, there's a regen rune bottom. If only. If only. And into Roche they go. Oh, Arme straight on FBZ. Yours up into the air and it's caught the Medusa around with the torrent and the bow. Jackie,
she's out of mana.
Blown up so quickly. LGD, one hero down, still fighting.
Can Yopaj steal it? He made the slot. Let's see if he's going to be able to jump in. Or bailing out.
He can't get in there. And LGD, one hero down, still make the move.
Pretty impressive. Like, without a Dead Prophet, they still understand that they can lock onto a target and straight up kill it. Ursa, he's extremely tanky. Whenever he gets the Earth Shock off, you can't stun him, and with the backup off the Chen, having that extra damage from Vlad's, having the extra lifesteal on top of that, and yeah, we see the full potential every single time they're playing around Chen with all these heals coming in. It's very difficult for Boom to deal damage. There were 2 overextensions from PSG.LGD, but let's see if they will do another one.
It's like Boom are running around opening windows, and with that move, LGD feels like they've slammed the door shut on this now. And it's going to take a miracle. Yopaj trying to cut out waves, push out top. Tims is down bottom doing the same thing. Dragging LGD from one side of the map to the other. Pretty good ploy here to slow things down and waste the timing on the Aegis that Arme holds. Faith Pian picking up couple of juicy tier 3 items. Finishes off the Wraith Pact on Wise. Chen as well.
Also, they gave Shard to Chen. So, Ancient Black Dragon. Medusa will have an easier time targeting people with her split shot. Attack Wraith Pact, still deal damage, attack the Black Dragon, and going into Silver Edge next.
Interesting. So why the Silver Edge here over, like, you know, a Rapier, which I was kind of expecting at this state of the game?
I don't think it's a Rapier time yet. I think he needs to invest gold, buy that Crystallis right now, because they definitely lack damage. You do not want to save buyback on Medusa. It's not gonna do much.
So you want to continue being as efficient as possible.
He might be keeping things open right now, but does have enough gold to buy Crystallis, uses the courier, fight starts, puts this Wraith Band in the backpack, and has that damage available.
What can you break? Fury Swipes? Is that just the primary one that you're looking towards?
It's also about having Invis against Ursa, because you know that he's going to be looking for you, especially with the Basher gun.
Yeah, Shadow Blade back up. Use that Stone Gaze to reset. Well, Dire Vision there, spotting out a lot into Triangle, into the top, in the top lane as LGD. Could use that as a platform to come in for tier 2 mid and maybe high ground.
I think the other option for Medusa is to think about the Butterfly.
Oh yeah.
You're playing against Ursa, forcing him to get an MKB. He is running out of slots, and if he commits with like another item, that means that we'll need to get rid of something.
Can you evade ghosts from DP? Because
no.
Damage block doesn't affect.
Doesn't block, doesn't work.
No evasion either.
Damage doesn't work. Block. Block, block, block.
No block.
This is what you sound like.
Block, block, block.
Some block from the Aghanim.
Yeah.
AC done on Kunkka. Not AC, sorry about that. Sight, I mean. So that's going to be an instant catch for Puck.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Scythe the Puck, jumped it with the Ursa. Boom. Looking to get themselves down into that bot lane. Oh, we're closing in on Aghanim Scepter for the Tusk as well. If you can kick out any one of these core heroes, isolate them, and kick the Medusa into the Ursa. Move them around with X marks as well.
If he manages to kick Medusa during Stone Gaze, that's just game winning.
Fight over.
Puck sees that Hex on Kunkka and does get at Eon Disc immediately. Wants to be able to protect himself.
All assembled up. And Scamp gets munched by the bear in the forest. It's all about delay tactics now, though, for Boom. You know, Tims is moving from Dire Triangle in towards mid. Top lane, you've got that Timbersaw trying to cut waves. I don't think LGD are having any of this nonsense, though. They'll track back and look for FBZ. He does have a TP, but they've got tons of ways to cancel it. Chains to the low ground, but he's stuck there. He has to shack from Whirling Dead. Self-Fuels comes up, but Faithiana, nothing to say. They've got the torrent to play straight into the Timbersaw, kill him off. And another hero dead for about a minute. Means LGD are going to be gunning down this mid lane, looking for your tier 3s. But
using Hand of God, trying to save Jinkyu.
They do kill a Tusk, yeah.
Who was all alone again. It's all about delaying the game as much as they can on Boom. Even if it means trading one kill less every single time, if Medusa is not dying, they're still getting something done. Problem is, they don't have vision. This gem pickup on Kunkka, I think it was White who bought it, but nothing to say, is holding it, is getting rid of all vision.
Still a pretty good passage of play, considering how the game is going from Boom, right? They've managed to waste the timer of the Aegis. It has been reclaimed. LGD didn't get too much out of that second Roshan. Managing to spread the map very wide as Boom. Causing some problems for LGD, and of course continually building up this Medusa. But the Chinese squad has Ursa, Kunkka, both top 2 of the net worth.
Ame will be level 25 after this one. After this creep wave, and we'll have a full Satanic in the next minute.
Oh. Overpower attacks. Even more damage went for both of the Fury Swipes talents as well. So he's able to jump in and out of team fights at will.
Overpower is OP.
Alright. Yeah, you can have that one.
Especially when you hit that level 25, having extra 3 attacks.
It's like not quite as good as Refraction talent, but it's still pretty damn good. Having bonus charges on your charge-based abilities always feels incredible. Boom, wanting to make something happen now, though. They've got themselves the Silver Edge on Medusa. No buyback available for her. So Puck, Medusa, Timber, the 3 cores on the Radiant team. No buybacks. They've spent their cash. Tiny Ench do have them. As 2 lanes approach their base. Bot and mid shoved in by LGD.
Ahmed did not show any of his items. This is full Satanic coming to him. Wanted to surprise them with this one.
Yeah, no vision to spot him either. Scan did connect. Radiant have a decent idea of where LGD are. Armory, he just goes straight onto the Medusa, forces the Stone Gaze. E-Blade to try save. Timbers with a coil snap. Moves in, but Faith Beyond BKB's up, but doesn't get caught. Arme has BKB Satanic in the Hand of God. The heals come in. They'll chase FBZ down. Timbersaw moving out. Tiny getting punched into the sky. Killed off.
Still 9 Fury Swipe charges on Medusa. Ame wants to hunt.
He's diving tier 3s, but gives up on that. Decides just to calm down a little bit. And the Puck toying with them with that E-Blade. 1 kill, all that they get. But they forced out Coil, they forced Stone Gaze.
Got it.
Some decently long cooldowns there that Boom don't have if LGD move into the base. And look at Y with these big creeps. Ancient Granite Golem. And the Ancient Black Dragon as well.
PSG will respect high ground defense from Boom. They do not want to overextend this time.
Yeah, tiny tossbacks. Very annoying.
You thought tiny tossback is good? Now we do have Walrus Kick.
Ooh. Jin-Q finishes it off. So Blink and Aghanim Scepter for him. A long Roshan respawn though, 2 minutes. Means LGD have got a lot of waiting to do, twiddle their thumbs and see what is going on, while Boom can continue executing their game plan, split pushing, causing chaos and making noise everywhere they possibly can. But Yopaj, the Yondis there, pops out of the X. Arme with the help of the boat and Jin-Q snowballing in, looking to give chase. Avalanche Toss is going to take down the Tusk though. The rest of LGD, they were not interested in following through on the Tusk initiation.
A little too aggressive from Jin-Q, like 2-3 times in a row, not connected with the rest of the team, and this does give Boom a bit more wiggle room, because Medusa is farming up, still not close to level 25 where she gets the AoE Scotty, but farming things up, going for Hurricane Pike next to be able to push Ursa away and have another defensive tool.
If only it was the Puck buying the Hurricane Puck.
Yeah, Hurricane Puck.
We'll save that one for later.
It's never gonna happen.
That's sad, isn't it? Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Yopaj, hexed up. Aeon's gone cooldown. Oh, the Enchantress dismantled. The silence from Toss back on the Ursa though. He's got the hand of God and the Satanic to play with. He BKBs up and chases FBZ. E-Blade and the Yule Scepter, they're overlapped. It's FBZ being focused. Nothing to say in Faith Bian. They are forcing Boom to split away from the Medusa.
Picking out the raid pack, no one wants to attack it.
They can't. LGD plant themselves in this Radiant high ground area, controlling Triangle and keeping Roshan under lock and key.
Y does finally have that Aghanim Scepter that you mentioned. Now it's coming in clutch. The tossbacks to be able to snap the coil, not going to be as effective anymore.
Good point. Back to plan B here from Boom.
I think the play will be when Puck hits level 25, even if you have BKBs, the comms are going to look like, snap the coil, I have Hand of God.
Just do it on purpose. 18,000 net worth lead. Oh yeah, we watch this back. Arme, no fear.
Hex one, go for the other.
Toss around.
Arme is super tanky with the Satanic build, basically gives him a second life.
Yeah, he's got so many lives, right? Enrage, Hand of God, Mech, Satanic.
Earth Shock. What is it gonna be? It's gonna be Refresher, so then Prophet will be picking that one up.
Yeah, and the cheese as well. So multiple BKBs, multiple exorcisms for Faith Beyond.
Has been killed.
Boom, trying to play under their vision. So important for them to get the jump. Jin-Q, the one that gets spotted. They throw the coil, the Scardy's slow. Avalanche comes in from Tims as well, but FBZ, he's annihilated. He went aggressive. Janky, he's been caught out as well. The boat lands in on the Medusa. Puck trying to stab into the back lines and deal with them, but LGD resets it.
Oh, Dod's back. He does have cheese available.
He does indeed. No BKB for Faith Beyond though, gonna self-fuels up as Arme. He pummels into Tims, focuses in, onto Medusa, hexed up, nearly killed. Jackie in so much trouble, can't escape. Dead with buyback though, as Boom could come back in for round 2. A difficult prospect for them though.
There's
Arme
way too much stuff on the ground. Cleave from Kanka, these hexes, Ursa locking onto a target, goes from that Prophet, whether it's exorcism or just the casual attacks, and why keeping his distance. I think Jin-Q died in every single fight in the last, like, 15-20 minutes.
Oh, they're going tier 4s? They're trying to force.
Refresher was used, Exo is available.
They've got it again, you're right. Tier 4's being brought down. They do have buyback on the Medusa. They're going to have to use her as LGD. They'll defend themselves even within the coil. Turning to fight with Faith Beyond, nothing to say. Getting on to FBZ. Arme, he sees the Medusa. She just fought back. Oh, she's moved back into the ancient creeps and dead. LGD will secure this one now with no Medusa. Boom will have no damage.
His buyback. Arme is still chasing.
He'll get another one. 2 heroes on the sidelines for Boom. Tims sprinting back towards Fountain. Tail between legs. No way of defending this now. LGD far too strong. And Jin-Q has a punch on the puck. GG's goal.
Shocked Pikachu face right here. I mean, PSG.LGD, they look on a different level. So far, managing to only drop 1